Hey, yo. Hey, yo. What is up, T.A.B. world? We are back in the building, tough as balls, on this. Actually, it's a beautiful Thursday up here in the 60s. You know, sun shining. You know, we loving that up here. We loving that. Got the freaking Puerto Rican in the building. Of course, you know where he's at. He's in Florida, so.
Yeah, always sunny.
He's gonna brag about that.
Always sunny.
Yeah, man. We got a lot to get into this week, man. You know, some big news, some serious stuff too, man. The crazy sports world that we live in. Well, this crazy world that we live in. Period. But yeah, man, it's a pack jam show, man. Today, you know, we're gonna. You know, we got the Dak Prescott. We're going to get into that contract. Got the Buccaneers. They franchise tag Chris Godwin. You know,
25 people.
You know, the whole Seahawks and Russell Wilson situation. And then you got something you happy about. You know, your Raiders traded away Trent Brown. Back
to you.
Back to the Patriots.
Take that bum.
Well, you know, what? I don't know what Belichick did. But yeah, man, and then the NBA, you know, we going to talk about who we think going to make the conference finals.
Second half of the season.
Yeah, and then we going to discuss who will end the season as MVP. And oh, it's funny, I'm watching ESPN right before I come in, and guess what they talking about?
Joel Embiid is the MVP.
And who? LeBron. I'm like, oh, they listen. They listening to our conversations, bro. What they doing? What they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too much of a coincidence. And then
toughest balls is number one right now.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We in there. And you know, then you got the whole serious thing with Meyers Leonard and the whole anti-Semitic slur.
We got a world that's sensitivity. A world like us, you know, yeah.
We're gonna get into that, and then we're gonna review. We're gonna give our thoughts because people been bashing this movie, but we're gonna stick up for it. We're gonna review. We're gonna give our thoughts on Coming to America. That was released last Friday, so we got a packed show, man. We got a packed show. So let's start it off. Let's start it off with, you know, the main NFL news.
Yeah,
and that's Mr. Dak Prescott finally getting paid.
Finally
got his money. You think you know his mission was to get more than Carson Wentz and Jared Goff,
right?
And he did that. He did that.
Accomplished.
But the first year money we're talking about $75 million.
Yeah.
Woo!
Is that guaranteed?
Yeah. No trade clause.
Guaranteed.
Woo! $75 million in the first year.
Here's the big question.
What'd you say about that?
Well, here's the big question. I'm going to ask you about that, Marcus, because you're a Cowboy fan. Yeah, I'm happy he got his money, but can he lead the Cowboys to the Super Bowl?
Well, I believe he can lead the Cowboys to the Super Bowl. The thing is, okay, you gave him his money. What else you're going to do to make the offensive line better? What else you going to do to make the defense better?
Okay.
You know, and then you get Jerry Jones. He's making these smart ass comments talking about he's overpaid. Like, what?
Listen,
put a team around the man. Either do your job as a general manager, Mr. Owner, or get out the way and let a real general manager handle the business. And don't talk about the man being overpaid, because how long this been going on about the Dak Prescott
he got his money.
Contract?
Yeah, he got his money.
It's been the last couple of years they've been talking about it.
And it's not like he hasn't been balling, because he's been balling.
He's been balling.
He's been balling. And once you win a Super Bowl, like you touched off on this, Marcus. Once you win a Super Bowl in Texas, you become immortal.
You're immortal.
You're immortal for the rest of your life. All it takes is one.
One.
That's it, and you'll be talked about forever.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm happy he got his money. I'm glad he got his money, and I hope, I wish him nothing but the best. To win a Super Bowl out there, though, right now with that team, I don't see it happening.
Marcus. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, Mr. Jerry Jones, Mr. General Manager, put the team around him. Get that O-line to like it was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Fix that defense, because you can't have the man have the potent offense scoring 40 points a game, and then you can't stop anybody from getting in the end zone.
Yeah. Correct.
So, you got all that, but
we're happy. We're happy for him. We're happy for him. He got his money. He got his money.
But do you think the pressure is on him, or is it on the front office?
I think it's up more in the front office. Dak, it was worth what he got. He's been balling. If it wasn't for him last year before he got hurt, they probably would have been 0-6. Or 0-7 or 0-5 or whatever.
They started the season without him, and he was there.
I mean, he's the one that kept him in most of the games. He let him back a few times against the Atlanta game and all that stuff. If he get, like I said, Jerry has to build a team around him. Mm-hmm. He's got weapons. It's not like he don't have weapons. He's got Ezekiel. He's got a couple receivers he can throw the ball to. You're right. The offensive line has to be built up, and they have to definitely work on that defensive, especially the secondary. The secondary gave up so many points last year. They couldn't cover a cold.
They had no vitamin C.
Nothing. Yeah, they couldn't cover anything.
No stoppage. They was just getting ran through like, well, this is a family show, so we gonna keep it.
But we're happy.
They were getting ran through.
We're happy for Dak. I'm glad he got his money. Keep doing what you're doing. It might pay off. It might not. But the most important thing is, like you said, Marcus, if he wins a Super Bowl in Dallas and in Texas, he will become immortal for the rest of his life.
Yep. So, but I'm just tired of Mr. Jerry Jones, because you my boy. That's the one annoying part of the Cowboys that I can't stand is Jerry freaking Jones. And it's like, you pay the man, then you're gonna be like, you overpaid him.
I like Jerry. I like Jerry Jones. He gave money to what, he finally gave in to him. He gave in to Ezekiel. He gave in to Amari Cooper. He pays certain people. I just can't stand the Cowboy fans. I'm gonna take a page out of Stephen A's book. I just can't stand their fans. Their fans are talking about that we're gonna win the Super Bowl every year, and we're better than y'all, and this and that, and blah blah blah. And I've heard that already for the last since 96?
You know me, bro. That must be the ones in Dallas, Texas.
Those guys.
Bro. I'm a realist. I'm gonna tell you when somebody playing trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, you do.
If Amari Cooper not catching balls like he should be catching, I'm gonna tell you that I'm not gonna. Yeah. Oh, they win one game. I'm not the one they want to know and like, we going to the Super Bowl. That's not me. No.
That's not you, Marcus. But that's 99.9% of the Cowboy fans.
I understand that, but I'm a realist. I'm not a delusional fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes, we watch the product, like professionals. You and I, we watch the product. We watch, the defense. We watch the offense. We watch how the quarterback moves and, which wide receivers are getting double teamed because they're the, they're the one. They're the one on the offense. And not the two. We see the ones that can get open like nothing. But the Cowboys, man. You can't have a potent offense and a weak defense and a weak offensive line and think you're gonna go somewhere and think, we paid Dak and that solves our problems. No,
that doesn't solve the problem. Doesn't solve it at all. But it's a start. It's a start. Let's just say, let's put it that way. It's a start. We're gonna find out this year. Hopefully he's healthy. He works out. He's healthy. He'll start, and we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Don't forget too that he is in the NFL's trashiest division, because that the whole division is trash, Marcus. It's
NFC
trash.
East.
Marcus is trash.
The NFC least.
Yes, and we're from CT. Let's give CT a shout out. We're from CT, and that division is nothing but Pulaski, New Britain, Buckley, and South Windsor. So there you have your Buckley, South Windsor. There you have your 4 teams that are in that division that beat up on them. They beat up on each other, and then everybody else beats up on them. That's that division.
I'm gonna have to say this as a clip so everybody in CT could know. They can get the vernacular where we coming from.
We don't want the CT schools mad at us, but we just keeping it real. We just keep it is. You know how we do.
That's how we. We don't hold no punches, man. We just
shout out to my alma mater, Bristol Central, the Rams, baby. All right.
Puerto Rican former basketball player in Bristol.
Stand out, baby.
You know what I mean? In the papers and all that stuff. So we know what we talking about here. You know what I'm saying? We got a former athlete, and
tough as balls, baby.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it, man. But yeah, like you said, glad Dak got his money, and hopefully, Mr. Big Mouth Jones can not put his foot in his mouth and actually do some other general managing and building a championship team, because
yes, we'll see what happens.
It's been quite too long. Let's just say that. Yeah, man. Talking about money, let's move on to Tampa, and Mr. Chris Godwin's probably not happy about it, but the Bucs franchise tagged him. And these players, they don't get, they aren't happy with these franchise tags, but
right.
with 1 year at a time, man, you get a little money.
Right, and a Super Bowl, and a Super
Bowl, and you get that 1 year money. I understand you want that long-term deal. That's what all football players and basketball, all athletes, they look for that long-term. For the 6 years or whatever they want. I think these days it's the 4-year deal that they want with the big money. And like we talked about this before, bro. We were saying that I'm not mad at that, because I think we talked about this before. Yeah, we talked about this before. We said Tampa can't pay everybody, and
they got a lot of ballers over there. They got a lot of ballers over there.
So you think it was the right thing for them to do, to franchise tag him, right?
Yes, I think it was. They're going to sign everybody else. Like maybe they'll sign Gronk to another. I think Gronk signed for 2 years or 1 year?
I believe it was 1.
So they'll probably end up signing him again for another year.
I mean,
Brady's got a year left.
Yeah.
They just signed the linebacker David for 2 years.
Okay.
They Levante David, they signed them for 2 year, $25 million deal. So I mean, if they get these players all signed up and back again, I mean, they got a good chance of going back to the Super Bowl. I hate to admit it because I'm not a Brady fan, but they got a chance. They got a good defense. They still got all their weapons on offense. It's just a year older, but let's not forget that in this day and age, it's tough to repeat as Super Bowl champions. The last team to do it was the Patriots from 2-3 to 2-4, and we haven't seen a repeat champion since. And long time ago. And I hate to say this, that because they're in our division, Kansas City is going to be pissed this year coming out. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Kansas City, they're going to be, they had a lot going on. Patrick Mahomes wasn't 100%. Then they had
their offensive line. They missed two of the best offensive lines. One opted out because of COVID. Remember the doctor?
He went to
Canada and did his thing up there. Now he's going to come back. I heard they cut. As a matter of fact, they cut 2 of their linemen out. From what I heard.
Oh, okay.
They released the former number 1 draft pick, Eric Fisher, and the starting right tackle, Mitchell Schwartz. They released him too. So they're doing some things on there. Now, remember this. How much money they give Patrick Mahomes? 450 million?
Almost like we said last episode.
How do you
almost
keep
a $500 million.
$500 million?
That's
$500
baseball.
million.
They gave him baseball money.
Yeah, and not even on the other hand, how they gonna pay these guys? How they gonna get players to go over to Kansas City if he's got all this money?
I don't know. And then I think he has an ownership stake in the team too.
Yeah.
From what they reported. So I don't know how unless they just they have money and they could pay him. I don't know how they're gonna get other players to go there when they're paying him that much. So that's a good question. I didn't even think about that because you just think that train's going to keep rolling. But when you win, then you got to pay.
Yeah.
And those players want their money. They looking at their stats and they're with their agents.
So what's going to happen is eventually Mahomes is going to have to restructure his contract in order to get players.
You think so?
If he wants to win. Those guys are getting older. Those guys are getting. Mahomes, the youngest one. All those other guys are getting older. Kelsey's getting older.
You gotta keep, a certain type of player around him. Why give him that money in the first place? I mean, you could easily gave him $275 million.
Yeah, didn't have. Yeah, well, I guess now he's the franchise of the NFL. Well, he will be after Brady's gone, but they want to keep him as the face. So Kansas City ain't letting him go. So I don't know.
No. Not letting him go anywhere. So
we'll see what happens with him. I'm interested to see what happens if they can bring free agents over there to play with him,
Yeah,
we'll see.
That money, man, and Tampa's gotta be smart. They gotta be smart with who they give the money to, because Brady's not there just to make the playoff. Brady wasn't even celebrating after the win. That's how serious this man's. After the win, he's thinking about the next championship. I guarantee that's what he's thinking of. That's what he's thinking about. So they got.
And I heard that he was trying to take restructure his contract too in order to sign other players over there. So
Brady's not the richest. He's got money. He's got money. He's never been the highest paid quarterback in the league, but Brady's doing well, and plus his wife got a nice bank account too.
Yeah, she makes more money than him.
Hey, Brady, he got the life.
Yeah,
life,
and Super Bowl rings to back it up.
Super Bowl rings, and he can get as drunk as he want to.
He can throw the trophy around, dive off. He can do all that.
When the season's over, he can drink as much as he wants.
Yeah, he's been a pain in my butt the last 20 years.
You know it. Yeah.
He's been a pain. I still can't get over the Tuck Rule game, so... Yeah, Tuck Rule. Yeah. We won't talk about that.
We know you're bitter.
Let's move on, Marcus. I'm done with Tom Brady. Let's move on.
We know you're bitter. Man. Yeah. Like keeping it in the NFL and going from money just to talk about something weird. I don't know what's going on here with this whole Seahawks and Russell Wilson thing. And we got the question with Russell talking, should the Seahawks trade him?
I don't know. They got some rumors going around that, the one rumor that we discussed earlier was him going to the Raiders, Derek Carr going to New England, and Waller and Mariota going to Seattle because they're going to need a quarterback. So that's one rumor. Another rumor has it, Cam Jordan of the Saints, that he envisions Russell Wilson in New Orleans. Woof.
And not Jameis.
Not yet. And Jameis going to Seattle.
But forget all that. What is Drew Brees going to do? Because he hasn't announced his retirement.
I think he hasn't announced his retirement. It might be coming. I don't think he's announced it, but I think if he does, this will be Drew Brees last year. So they're looking.
You know what I think Drew Brees' problem is that the Saints always get this close. These past 3, 4 years,
Yeah.
They keep getting there.
They can't get over the hump.
You know what I mean? They got the players, they got the team, got good defense, and I
don't think he can get him over the hump anymore. That's the whole thing. But if they get Russell Wilson over there,
you think?
I think Russell Wilson, if he lands in New Orleans goes to the Super Bowl. With Drew Brees, it's I don't know. They can. It's like the little train.
Yeah.
I think I think they can, but I don't think they will.
I'm thinking about Russell with all those pieces on offense.
On New Orleans. And plus that he can scramble too. Yeah. That'll be something. We don't know with them yet. I mean, you know me, you see the thing in my background. I'm a Raider fan. I love Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr had a great year last year. If it wasn't for the defense, they would have been in the playoffs. But seeing Russell in silver and black.
Who will pass that up? Like, I'm thinking right now.
But I don't want to lose Waller. That's the only thing. Mariota and Waller, I think, is too much. We can give them a couple of draft picks and Mariota if they want that, but I want to keep Waller. I don't want to see Waller leave. I think Waller's going to be the best tight. I think he's going to be the best tight end in football. And maybe he's up there right now. Maybe next year he turns the corner and he becomes the best tight end in football.
Dude, in fantasy, like before the season started, like it was difficult to draft.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he was snatched up quick on fantasy, you know. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you saw him in games, and yeah, he can be a star. You know what I mean? And that could be Carr's main, you know, well, he's a tight end, but these tight ends, they want to get paid like wide receivers because they do a lot of things that wide receivers do. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. That's an interesting thing that's going on there, and this whole, you know, I just don't get it. Is the Seahawks? Is Russell tired of the Seahawks, or he's tired? I mean, you know, are they tired of him? Like,
yeah,
you guys won a Super Bowl. You went to another. You did that.
They should have won two. They should have won two Super Bowls.
They gave stupid play.
Yeah. They should have won two if they gave the ball to.
I don't know if I ever told you, bro, but you know what? My reasoning why they did that, why the Seahawks called that play.
Let me see if we're on the same page. Go ahead.
You remember what beast mode was like?
Yes.
When it came to the media.
Right. Exactly.
Wouldn't talk, right?
Right.
If the Seahawks won that Super Bowl, who would have been an MVP?
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch. They didn't want that. Yeah, exactly. Now, yeah,
they say let's give it to our good face of the franchise. Let him win it. Yeah. Let him win it for us. And what happened?
Yeah, and that's exactly why they should have been 2-0 instead of 1-1 in the Super Bowl. They would have gave that ball to Marshawn Lynch. They would have beat the Patriots. You got the ball at the 1 yard line with 3 downs to go, and you don't give the ball to your best running back. I don't understand that move.
So that's my theory. I think they.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I 100% agree with you. That's exactly what happened.
They didn't want Beast Mode because you think he would have did the Disney commercial?
I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's what he would have said.
I don't see Marshawn Lynch
at that time. And now he's doing commercials and everything, but at that time,
yeah. And if he would have did, it would have been robotic. It would have been like, I'm going to Disney World. You know what I mean? It would have been something like that. Just because he was I like Marshawn Lynch. He was a different, you know, even though he didn't talk much, the media talked about him all the time because he didn't talk.
And he had some great seasons in Seattle with Russell, with Russell Wilson down in quarterback. And he had some great years.
Yeah, powered by Skittles. He loves his Skittles. But yeah, man, that whole Seahawks thing, I guess they got to keep the news rolling during the off season, you know, to keep us fans engaged, I guess.
And I guess, and I mean, this year's going to be wild year in the NFL this year. Remember now, they play 17 games, I think, instead of 16 now.
Yep.
From what I heard. So 17 games, which is fun for the fans. It's great for the fans. not for their bodies and everything that they have to put themselves through, but for us, it's great.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of things going on in the NFL right now. You got the Carolina Panthers restructured Christian McCaffrey's contract. Mm-hmm. And Shaq Thompson, their linebacker, also restructured the contract. So they got now $11 million in cap space. So there's going to be a lot of free agents that are going to sign for different teams that are either going to make the team better. Maybe some make it worse. We don't know. But there's a lot of things going on. The Saints are going to release their cornerback, Janoris Jenkins.
Wow.
Yes, they're gonna cost cutting too, so they can save money on the cap space. The NFL is almost getting like, after the Mahomes money, NFL is almost getting like baseball. Like you said, they gave them baseball money.
I think people, they start to understand we can't keep being the number one generating sport money wise.
Right.
And not pay these players, and you got baseball over there who barely can fill a stadium, in the smaller markets.
Right.
And they're just paying these past years, it's been just TV money they've been paying their players with.
And the thing,
and they're able to give $300-400 million.
And the thing about baseball is that you don't even have to be that good, Marcus.
Exactly.
And you can get paid. If you got a good glove and you're a defensive star, you're gonna get paid.
I try.
If you can hit average 270, 250, you're going to get paid. If you're a catcher with a good throwing arm, you're going to get paid.
Yeah. Well, you see the players they try to get, Jameis Winston, he was good at baseball in college. You get Russell Wilson. You got Mahomes.
Right. He played baseball too. Yeah.
All these baseball players that's playing football, because I think they see the eyes are on football. It's not on baseball. And you're going to get more glory when you're successful in football. Then
winning the Super Bowl.
We love the World Series and we're happy and we see that, but we don't talk about you after the season like we do with football.
Yeah, unless you play in New York.
Well, that's
unless you play for the Yankees and you win the World Series in New York, then you become, like you said, another word, immortal. Our favorite word.
Yeah. You talking about the number one media market, when it comes.
If this year's Yankees win the World Series, then they're going to be immortal. I mean, which hopefully they will this year. This is their year.
They better start winning, because I'm not talking about them at all. Because it's long, bro.
Yeah, it's overdue.
Long overdue.
Yeah, long overdue.
We're supposed to win 3 years ago.
Yes.
Come on, Yankees.
Yeah, get it together. Please. Right that shit.
Stay healthy. My God.
Hey,
come on, man.
If they have to take creatine and steroids and everything.
Man, take the steroids. Dude, that's funny you mentioned that, because we made a whole, the world made a whole hoopla back in the 90s with that. I didn't care, because it's not a contact sport.
Not only that, Marcus, but it made baseball fun. People wanted to go to the ballparks and see these guys hit home runs and high-scoring games.
Mark McGuire.
Oh, my gosh. Sammy Sosa.
Home run.
All these guys that were hitting the ball 500 feet. But here's the thing about that. Like, me and you didn't really care, but you still had to have a skill and an eyesight to hit that ball coming in at 90 miles an hour.
They don't understand that. They think.
Yeah, they know. They think it's easy.
They think the steroids, help your brain. And no.
Yeah. Well, I hate the guys that especially say, well, they're getting paid $30 million a year to hit a baseball. Okay, well, then you go
do
it. And go see if you can hit a 90-mile-per-hour fastball and tell me what you think. You got 2.2 seconds to react to a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Let's see how you react to it.
When you're watching the playoffs and you see a 95, you're going to react that? Yeah, whatever. Sit down. You'll be on the bench. You won't even be on the bench. You won't even make the team. So
yeah. You can't even play double-A ball. Let's put it that way.
So football. They've been number one for a while, so they realize, okay, we gotta start paying these guys like baseballs. Since we claim to be number one.
Yeah, basketball is already there. Baseball's already there. Now the football is coming around.
Basketball been there.
They're coming around.
Yeah, exactly. Before we get out the NFL, bro, we're gonna bring up your team, because they made a move. They made a move you were happy with. Uh, they traded away Trent Brown back to the Patriots. And
I
your
think it
feeling was you said good riddance, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Some people just can't adapt to playing in other environments or other cities. I think Trent played very, very well when he was when he had Belichick as his coach up in New England. I mean, it freed up almost 14 million in cap space. So there's another thing that the Raiders can look forward to as far as free agency is concerned, which I pray to God that they go on defense. We got enough offense. Get some defensive players. I heard they were interested in getting Sherman Douglas. I heard they were interested in getting a couple other linebackers and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. We got Colton Miller and Rodney Hudson. I mean, Rodney Hudson is the best center in the NFL to me. Yeah. He does it every year. He's the best center. Colton Miller, he's a star right now. He's great at left tackle. They just got to shore up they got offense. They just got to shore up that defense. Once they shore up that defense, you'll see a playoff caliber team. And this year is a playoff or Gruden's going to be in the hot seat.
Yeah, he's going.
He has to make the playoffs this year. If you don't make the playoffs this year, he's in a hot seat.
Can't be $100 million coach. Can't
no, this is your fifth year.
New city, new stadium.
Yeah, this is your fifth year.
So and the fans are going to start coming back next season.
Yes. I heard up there it's almost 50% now. The New York capacity. They said they were going to start doing 10%, and I think it's going up to 50% next month. So.
Well, you heard what Texas is doing. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Crazy, but that's.
Well, Texas is still riding horses, so they're still riding. That's the wild west over there. Yeah, that's the wild west over there. They're still riding.
They drive with the guns in their lap. That's how they roll down there. So they're like 100%. We open.
Yeah.
Okay.
They deaf on a brother with one light up there. So
we'll see how that goes next month when the baseball
when it rises up there. When
baseball season start going. I don't know what's up with that governor. You know, that's politics. That's a whole nother show we can do with that. But on the other end of that, bro, with the Patriots, man, you think Trent Brown can produce like he did when he was with the Patriots previously?
Yeah, I think he plays good under Belichick. Don't forget the Patriots had a lot of guys missing on defense last year too, because a lot of them opted out from COVID. Yep. They're getting everybody back this year. I mean, by the time football season starts this year, we'll have everything will be back to normal. You have people in the stands at 50%, 70%, whatever. Everybody's going to be vaccinated. Yep. I know I'm getting mine, so everyone's going to be vaccinated, and we're going to go back to living a normal life. So. I mean, when you got Belichick as a coach, and they overachieved last year with the team that they had. You know what I'm saying? They weren't even supposed to win 5 games.
Cam didn't get a full off season with the playbook. Didn't have, good O-line around him. Didn't have he didn't even have a number one didn't have number one wide receiver. The running backs didn't really produce like they usually do.
Right.
So. We'll see what they can do when everybody's back, like you said. So
yeah, it should be an exciting year. Like I said, Marcus, get ready. I got one game circled on my calendar, and you know what that is. That's the trip that we might make to Texas.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that for a while.
That's the Vegas at the Cowboys. That's the game that we might take a trip to Texas and go see that live.
When is that again?
I'm not sure, but the dates haven't been announced yet. But I know that they're on the schedule. But we'll see the timeline soon for that after.
Yeah. Might have to bring the podcast there. We'll see what's up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, when that time comes. But moving from the NFL, bro. Let's move on to the NBA. And I want to get this out of the way because it's serious. I don't want to talk about this later in the show, and that's the whole Meyers Leonard situation. And right now, he's away from the team indefinitely. I told you I searched on YouTube so I can hear it out of his mouth how he said it.
The world has become
And yeah,
sensitivity.
but like I
I
don't know
saw
if
it.
you
Yeah.
saw it. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
saw it.
you saw it. You heard,
Listen.
how he, the energy he put behind it. You saying the world's being
Sensitive.
sensitive.
Sensitive. Yeah, that's the word for it. I
Mhm.
mean, I sit home and I watch a basketball game, and I know you do. And once in a while, I look at the TV and I go, "Damn, that end just messed up." You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things that you do at your house that you say you don't really mean, but you're in the moment. And I'm sure he didn't mean to say what he said. It's just that he's in the spotlight. He's a professional. He's supposed to keep it 100. I understand that.
Oh, he was keeping it 100. He was keeping it 100. He showed that wasn't the problem.
I mean, we all yell and say things that we don't mean. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. I mean, I say a lot of things that I don't mean.
I hear where you come from, but I think with us and the whole N-word situation, that's in our community. I don't think Meyers Leonard, he's not Jewish, and Jewish people do not call each other that. If it was something that Jewish people they said amongst themselves, and he was Jewish and he was saying it to another Jew, that's different. That's like us with the N-word, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
When you say something like that, you're not Jewish, and the energy you put behind it, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. And then plus, I was talking about it with you yesterday. Miami, it's a big Jewish community with money down there.
I've seen the yacht.
I know you have. You're not too far from there. And I don't know if you could just bring him back. I no cancel him. I'm not with the cancel crap. I'm not with that cancel culture. But I think they might have to move him.
Well, right now he's banned from team activities. He's banned.
Indefinitely.
And they said that he's required to participate in a cultural diversity program. So come on, Marcus. I mean, really, a cultural diversity program.
Yeah, but let's go back to what I'm saying before, bro. That like we have black roots, we have African roots. So us using the N-word amongst ourselves, that's different. And like I said, if he was Jewish and talked to another Jewish person, and that word was used in their community,
it would have been okay.
How we use the N-word, I wouldn't have looked at it. But you're not, and how Jewish people feel about that word. We talked about, we don't use that word. We never use that word in our vocabulary.
No.
Anything, like he uses that on the regular.
On a regular, yeah.
You know what I mean? And my thing is, like I was saying before, it's Miami. It's a big Jewish community.
Right.
I think he got to be up out of there. I think you're gonna have to find a trader or something. But I'm not with the cancel stuff. Just move him.
Move him. Yeah, move him to another team. And I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see how Miami plays his thing. Spoelstra, he was kind of ticked off about it too. But if they're getting him into programs and doing diversity, thing like that, then, I mean, me and you would never have to go to a diversity program, Marcus.
No,
come on. Come on, man. What is that? What is that, Marcus? What is that? Come on.
This is a different world, and
it's a different world. It's higher up. It's a higher up world than what we're used to, because we would never do that. It's like a guy going to a sex addict class. Marcus, you know who the guys are in the sex addict class that go to these classes are married men that get caught. Yeah. That's just it. There's no such thing, bro. It's having I'm here because I had too much sex. It's basically the same thing. Come on, Marcus.
I mean, if it's consuming your life, you can't work.
Yeah. Come on.
If it's that bad, then I think you probably should slow down on the sex. But yeah, I hear where you're coming from, bro. But
let's see what happens with that. He apologized to the team. He apologized.
That's like, okay, let's say we were talking about the whole N-word thing. He's a white kid. He was on the line playing Call of Duty with another white friend of his. And if he would have said the N-word, I know I would have had a problem with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. Okay. Yeah. Me too.
And then the energy he put behind it, like, bro, and your teammates.
Yeah, but ain't too many. The
NBA 80% black.
80% black. Yeah, but the Miami community ain't.
Yeah, but I'm talking about his teammates. If he said
it ain't like the rich Jews. It ain't like the rich Jews that are down there.
I'm not sure. I don't know if there are any Jewish. I don't know if there are any Jewish players on Miami Heat. But if he said the N-word to, like I was saying, to another white kid on,
he would have been banned from Miami.
Bro, I think he probably would have got a call from the mayor, Dwayne Wade.
He would have got, or from everybody, Juwan Howard, everybody that used to play on there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, bro.
Right.
And they would have went to Pat Riley, like, bro,
he gotta go.
Stay here.
Yeah, he can't stay here. He gotta go.
Alonzo Mourning like, Riley, you know what's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Him to Yugoslavia somewhere where he can play basketball out there. We'll get a draft pick for him somehow, some way.
Send him to where LaMelo Ball used to play. Let's
Yeah. Cantonita somewhere. I don't know. Wherever he was.
Send him over there. But yeah, man, like we say this, like you were saying, it's a sensitive world, but like I was saying, like it's the energy behind it in that word. Period. We don't use that. We never thought to use that word. So
right.
Like that's in his everyday vocabulary. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
the sensitivity training might be appropriate.
Culture diversity program. Jesus,
diversity.
What next, man? Damn. So now, come on, man. I said before, Marcus, the world's getting too sensitive, man. Come on, man. We got to have rights to speak. I mean, especially in it. It's a game.
It's a
game. It's a game.
But I said, bro, I'm not with the canceling. I'm not trying to hear that cancel crap.
I believe in second chances. Let's give him a second chance. Let him go. Okay, let him go to the cultural diversity class. He apologized to his teammates already. He deserves a second chance. Don't use the word no more, because if you use the word again, then you'll get banned.
Send him to Oklahoma. Send him to Milwaukee.
Somewhere out there.
Milwaukee. Somewhere that's not desirable. Send
there you go.
Send them there. You know what I mean?
There you go.
But man, moving on from Meyers Leonard to another topic in the NBA, which is interesting because all the players that are on the East this year and the players on the West, we got the question: who will make the conference finals in each conference?
Well, if they keep playing the way they play, the Eastern Conference is going to come down to 3 teams. I don't know how they're going to meet up, but Philly, Brooklyn, and Milwaukee. I definitely think that the way Embiid is playing, that he's going to carry Philly all the way to the finals this year. Mm-hmm. And I believe that's going to be against the Nets. They just added Blake Griffin. Yeah, so, I mean...
And, he's not the athletic Blake Griffin, but in my opinion, you remember he couldn't really shoot when he first came in the league.
Shoot now.
He can shoot now.
Yeah, he can rebound still.
Ben Simmons can't shoot. How long Ben Simmons been in the league?
Yeah.
He still can't.
And he can rebound.
He probably can't give it to you. He can't give it to you night in and night out. But, hey, like you were saying, the big 3 with Kyrie, Harden.
Now they have a big post.
If one of those guys are hurt, plug in Griffin.
Right. And not only that, but he's down low player. He's a post
down low.
So now they got somebody to get. They can't give the ball to DeAndre Jordan. Come on. DeAndre Jordan down low. He don't got no moves, no nothing. But they give the ball to Blake down there. Mm-hmm. Now you've added another weapon and another scorer in the post.
And he can sometimes hit the 3, and he can hit that 15-footer.
Yeah, they needed him. So in the Eastern Conference, I like Philly versus Brooklyn in the conference finals. That I don't
ratings. Know. That could be ratings.
Yeah. I think that's it. In the Western Conference, the way Utah's playing, I believe Utah will make the finals this year.
Think they'll make the conference finals?
Yeah, I think Utah will be. So far, they look like defensively. I mean, and they're tough to beat at home. They're 15-2 at home. 15-2. I think they got the best home record in the NBA. Mm-hmm. They're 15-2 along with Philly, who's 16-3 at home also. Mm-hmm. So it's tough to go to Utah. among all those Mormons and everything else they have up there to win a basketball game. So I think them, and let's see about I don't know about the Lakers this year. I don't think they got enough.
You mentioned them last week, and before the season started, everyone, all these all the experts on ESPN, Fox Sports, and all the other sports outlets, they were saying, "Oh, the Lakers are better this year than they were last year." And I'm like, "You got Dwight Howard left, Rondo left, a
lot of people left.
JaVale McGee left. Who?
Yeah.
So they got. I mean, like we said last week, they got Schroeder. We like Schroeder.
He's balling. Schroeder's balling this year.
He's always been balling. When he was in Atlanta.
Yeah, when he was in Atlanta too. Yeah.
When he was Oklahoma.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
He always been balling. So it's not. It has nothing to do with him. But you, like you were saying last week, you don't trust Kyle Kuzma. And they were trying to before when they were talking about.
They were trying to trade him.
They were trying to make him. No, but I'm talking about when AD first got there, they were trying to talk in, like they got a big three, and never believe Kuzma.
No, I don't believe that.
He's an all right player.
Yeah.
So and when Lonzo Ball was on the team, he outplayed Lonzo Ball that year.
Yeah.
But since LeBron got there, I don't know if he's a little timid or he hasn't been that same player since LeBron got there.
Exactly. And I don't trust Kuzma. I don't trust Caruso. I don't trust any of those guys. LeBron has to. I mean, if AD comes back,
Caruso tough, but I understand what you're saying.
If AD comes back, then of course, if he comes back healthy and he stays healthy, then they got a shot to reach the rest of the Western Conference Finals. But right now,
if they don't,
I'm go
what other
limb.
team? Yeah, what other team? If the Lakers don't have AD, what other team you're going to plug in?
The Clippers. With Kawhi and George, they're having a good year. I mean, I like the Clippers' chances. I think I'm looking at a Utah Clippers Western Conference Finals. Thus far, at this point of the season. Don't forget, we got a second half to go. We'll see what happens.
You trust the Clippers though, because
I do. I think
how they looked in the bubble.
About them, there's something about them that you say, man, you watch them play one game and you say, damn. Then you see them play another game and you're like, damn.
Yeah, but you also see games when they're up and then they just let the team come back and beat them. Like they did with my Celtics.
Right. That all should be taken care of though come playoff time, because it's a different scenario than the regular season. We all know that.
Mentally,
playoffs are different than regular season.
I trust
the team to watch out there too is Phoenix. Phoenix got a good young team. They got a good young team. They ball away and they ball at home. They're 12-6 at home. They're 12-5 on the road. So they can win on the road and they can win at home.
Well, remember their problem before wasn't offense. It was always their defense. And now they got Chris Paul, who's
a leader.
Good on both ends and a leader.
Yeah,
and he's that floor general. Chris Paul makes every team. He made Oklahoma better last year. He makes every team better.
And I root for him because I want him to win a ring.
I want him to win a ring.
If the Phoenix gets into the playoffs, my heart is, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Always will be.
They crushed him years ago. They crushed Chris Paul years ago, not let him go with Kobe.
Yeah, that was
the Lakers.
Well,
I don't know what that was all about.
Well, that was all about if he goes there, the Lakers are going to win like 5 straight championships. That's what that was about.
It's great for Raiders.
That's why they did what they did.
Well, it's like the Yankees.
Yeah, like the Yankees.
It's great.
They didn't want that to happen. Yeah, that would have been sick.
So what?
To see Chris Paul in his prime play with Kobe. And
that's what I'm saying.
Oh my God,
that would have been awesome. Like I'm tuned in.
Yeah, he got blackballed.
I don't care if it's not my team. I'm tuned in.
Yeah, he got blackballed by the commissioner. That's what happened.
David Stern. I don't know what. So he would want. We want to see Chris. Come on, NBA.
Yeah, we want to see him win a ring.
We want to see Chris Paul.
There's some guys that you want to win a championship. Chris Paul is one of them.
You know what I mean? So
I didn't care if Barkley didn't win. I didn't really care if he won one. Yeah, I don't really care if he won one or not. But Chris Paul.
Don't get me wrong. Barkley was a good player.
Yeah, you got to root for him. Barkley, I don't really care too much if he won.
I would say like Chris Paul, and back in the day, I remember being a kid, I wanted Ewing to win a ring.
Yes, of course. There's 2 people that I wanted to win a ring back then. That was Ewing. And he came close. He came close.
Man.
I wanted him to win the ring, and then I wanted to see my idol, George Gervin.
Mm-hmm.
When I was growing up, the Iceman. That was my guy. As a matter of fact, some of the guys in Bristol CT out there still call me the Iceman.
Iceman, okay.
Yeah, they still call me that. But that was my guy.
Okay.
And I wanted him to see a ring. Everybody else, I don't really care too much about. But right now, Chris Paul. I want to see Chris Paul
out of
win.
all the players in the league.
All the players in the league, I want to see Chris Paul win.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Carmelo Anthony, but out of all the players, Chris Paul, we need he.
Well, Carmelo's a number 2. Chris Paul's number 1. Carmelo's number 2.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, man. We got come on, let's make that happen, man. He deserves it, man. He's one of the hardest working, and he makes every team better, man. So
all day.
Big up to Chris Paul, man. And before we get out the NBA, bro, we're gonna pose the question: how the players that are in the league, you know, that's in the hunt right now, that's putting up the points, the ones that's, you know, getting the rebounds and the triple doubles and everything. Who will end this season as MVP?
Joel Embiid.
You're calling Joel Embiid?
Joel Embiid, if he stays healthy, is playing out of this world. I've caught a couple of 76er games on TV. The man is doing it all. He's rebounding. He's blocking shots. He's playing defense. He's scoring. He's got that team in first place right now in the Eastern Conference, 24-12. They're still so team on the road. They're one game under 500. They're 8-9, 16-3 at home. But he is playing out of this world right now. If the season ended today, Joel Embiid is the MVP of the NBA, hands down. No question whatsoever.
I hear you on that, but with me, man, I got him up there, and the other guy that I always have up there, because I think the NBA been screwing him over because they don't want to give it to him every year, is LeBron. You know, what LeBron brings to the team, and you see what he puts up points-wise, assist-wise, it's like, man, you know, double-doubles, almost triple-doubles.
He's doing his thing. He just ain't got no help.
Dude, 17 years playing and you still play like that? Like,
yeah.
I gotta keep LeBron up there because of his age, how long he's been playing, and at the level he's playing. You never looked at LeBron like, oh, he had a bad season. Oh, he sucked that season.
Right? No, never.
You never will say that.
Ever since he's been in the NBA, he's always been good. Let's not say good. He looked great. He's been great in the NBA. You know, how long can his body hold up is another thing. Because he's had mileage on that body now.
He spends a lot of money on it.
He don't have no help. He don't have no help in LA right now. So those chances of him winning a title, that's not gonna happen this year. But he's having a great year without he's having a great year without AD and carrying that team by himself. But Joel Embiid is playing lights out. Joel Embiid has been playing better.
Okay, we got those two up there. Who would be number 3 on that MVP list? So we got Joel Embiid, we got LeBron. Who would you put 3 in the run?
Probably Giannis. And the reason why is because without Giannis, the Bucks are 14-22 team.
And I'm going to make an argument for somebody else who's doing the same thing, who's keeping their team in games, and that's Steph Curry.
Hell of a year. He's carrying. He is carrying. Man, you hit it right. Yeah, you hit that on the nose. Stephen Curry is carrying that Golden State team by himself.
He by himself. Draymond is not the same. Klay Thompson is out. You know, they got the rookie who looks good at times, you know, in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle. Wiseman. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yep.
So, but he keeps them in those games.
Yo, he's been carrying that team. As a matter of fact, they are number. They're 19-18. Look, they're not even in the playoff yet, and they're 19-18, bro. The West is a tough league, boy.
Yeah.
They're not even in the AC, but those 19 games, Steph Curry has carried them, bro. I can't believe the greatest.
That's who I would put him in that 3. I would say Joel Embiid, LeBron, and Curry.
And then Curry. That's good. That's good. I have it the other way.
You have Joel Embiid, LeBron, and Giannis.
Yeah, and Giannis. And then Curry. Curry
and Giannis, they're doing the same thing for their team.
Those four that we just mentioned are the top playing in the NBA right now.
Yes.
Those are the top guys playing in the NBA. Yeah, no doubt. No question about it.
Yeah, man. It's exciting, man. I just like to see when all the players are playing good, man.
Yeah.
You know, I just need my Celtics to get on track.
Yeah. Well, they got a healthy Kemba. They got a healthy Kemba Walker now.
Yeah. I'm not worried about Kemba. Like, Kemba, you know, I worry about him injury-wise, but production-wise, I'm looking at Jason Tatum because you've been in the league for a while now. I'm looking at Jaylen Brown because you've been in the league for a while now. You guys got to take these games over. You know what I mean? They got to take them over like a Giannis, like a LeBron, like a Joel. You know what I mean? Like a Curry. They got to take the games over. It's what y'all going to do? Y'all going to blame it on Brad? You're going to blame it on Brad Stevens?
Yeah.
For losing? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Gordon Hayward is gone.
Well, Boston plays to their competition.
You got more time with the ball in your hands. You too. This is your team. It ain't Kemba's team. Kemba is just the floor general, but he's not. Right. You know what I mean? He meant to be the leader, but you guys are the producers.
The Boston Celtics are that team that plays to their competition. They can be great. Right. They can be great against the Clippers. Right. They can blow out the Phoenix Suns. They can be great against.
You see them blow out good teams. That's what I'm saying, bro.
And then they play the Magic and the Heat or the Bulls.
And they get beat.
And they play to their competition.
Yeah. So it's on them. Yeah, but like I said, it's exciting NBA, man.
Hey, you got a tough game tonight too. You guys play the Nets.
That's where
we're gonna be on that game.
Well, you said they played down, they play up to their competition. So let's see what the Celtics can do.
Yeah, and it's in Brooklyn. So
we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's see what the Celtics can do with the big three in the East.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good game tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Before we're all about to end the show. Before we get up out of here, we just got a little review and entertainment, and I wanted to bring out the movie because everybody got their opinions about it, and then some people love it, and a lot of people talk crap about it. Coming to America came out last Friday, and we both checked it out last weekend. I'm gonna give my thoughts. What are your thoughts on it, bro?
Love the movie. Great sequel. Great movie. The cast was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
James Earl Jones. I mean, great actors in this movie.
Can we protect James Earl Jones, please? He's 90-something.
He's one of the greatest.
He's a national treasure.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest. Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones. Great. Oh, the baby mama, Leslie Jones.
She played great. Tracy Morgan. Everybody in this movie that had a role played superb.
I forget the actor's name that played his son. I forget his name, but he did a good job.
God, what was his name?
I forget his name. But then you also had Eddie Murphy's daughter, who played the middle daughter.
Right. I think it was Jermaine Fowler. That was the guy's son, Jermaine Fowler.
Gotcha. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, no, he was great. They all were great. All in the Eddie Murphy's daughter, who was in it too.
Yeah, the middle daughter.
They all played. It was a great. They probably didn't see the first movie. That's why they think it wasn't that good. We saw the first movie, so the first movie was a hit.
Well, I was saying it to you yesterday. I thought they tied the first movie in well with the second one. Bringing back the memories and letting you see.
Especially the guys at the barbershop. I love them.
We're like, wait a minute, how do you have a son? A son with who? But then they tied in like, it's when they went out that night. At the club. Oh, okay. I mean, whoever wrote that, I thought they did a good job.
I'm looking forward to Coming to America 3.
I hope they do it. I mean,
I'm waiting for a lot of sequels like Rush. I'm waiting for Rush Hour 4.
Oh, we've been waiting for that forever.
I'm waiting for that. I wait for Coming to America 3.
And they already said they greenlighted Bad Boys 4. So
yeah, the Fast and the Furious are coming out with another.
Oh, this year we get the Fast and Furious this year.
At the end of March, Kong versus Godzilla.
I've been waiting. You know how many years I've been waiting for? I feel like I've been waiting for this movie since I was a kid. I remember growing
up as a little boy watching the old King Kong, yo. I could watch that movie over and over again. It's a classic. It's like The Wizard of Oz.
The King Kong movies and the old Godzilla movies.
Yeah, I can watch them all the time. Yeah, I can watch them all
when Godzilla was doing Kung Fu.
Yeah. They already had that first fight. Now this is like the sequel to the first episode.
Yeah, man. So I thought all the haters out there, man, will you just shut up? You don't even know how to make a movie, but you want to be a critic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I love my boy, me and Randy. We're realists.
This is tough as balls. We keeping it real.
We keep it real. We give our honest opinion. We evaluate and we give our honest opinion. That's what we do.
Yes, and that's what it's all about. And I can't wait for people to chime in and got questions or anything about the show. Listen, come on in. We'll answer all your questions, bro. We'll give you our thoughts and we'll give you the real dilly on things, man. We don't mess around. This is tough as balls.
This is tough as ball, and that's how we do it. And on that note, we about to get up out of here, man. We about to get it. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, you know what to do.
Yeah, man.
Plug it.
Yeah, let me tell everybody out there, our audience, thank you for listening to us. Shout out to all the Connecticut people out there and some of my homeboys down here in Florida. We got cable TV now, man, $30 a month. We give you everything, man. All your sports packages, cable TV, everything, man. Man, stop paying Comcast and DirecTV, $130, $150 a month, $170 a month for nothing. You get ours for $30 a month with everything. Everything. Hit me up, man. 239-237-8164. We'll save you money.
We will save you money. And if you're a fan of the show, please subscribe, comment, share, and listen to us whatever platform you listen to on. If it's Apple Music, if it's Spotify, if it's TuneIn Radio, if it's iHeartRadio, whatever it is, check out Tough as Balls. And please follow us on our social media. That's on Twitter, that's on Instagram and Facebook. Tough as Balls. Just like that, just how it's spelled. You see the sign on the screen. Tough as Balls. That's all you guys type in and follow us. And if you want to get at the show, email the show. toughabsballs@gmail.com. It's toughabsballs@gmail.com. From my boy, the freaking Puerto Rican.
Yes, sir.
I am the chosen one. And we are up out of here. See you next time.
Peace.
Show and prove. If we fall down, we get back up again. It's the will inside the battle to the very end.